Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and today I'm going to be talking about Terraforming Mars. It's been a long road, but this is the ninth and final video in the series of corporations I've made for this game that I'm calling the Bravo Science Fiction Pack, which followed the Alpha Science Fiction Pack. So these are all based off of existing sci-fi franchises that I enjoy. So this will be the last one. I'm going to go over the design notes in today's video. This last corporation is Delos from Westworld. Let's get rolling. All right, and I'm ready to talk to you about Delos Incorporated. Welcome to the last video in this series, or the last revealed corporation in this series. If you haven't figured it out, I've been going in alphabetical order, not of the corporation, but of the franchise that they come from. So we had Altered Carbon, Dead Space, Destiny, Devs, Homeworld, Inception, Neuromancer, Portal, and Westworld is where Delos Incorporated comes from. I'll be honest on this one. I've only seen the first season, and I guess I won't be watching the others because HBO took them down for apparently no reason. I know the reviews weren't as good, but I know this was in part a Jonathan Nolan joint, and he's pretty talented. And the first season by itself, I like to look at the first season just as its own thing. And I think it's really satisfying and cohesive. I think they did a great job. And of course it's based off of, what was originally a Michael Crichton piece. Michael Crichton was, a super influential science fiction author, for a period there. So anyway, if you haven't watched Westworld, that's okay. The premise is there's a resort destination called Westworld where it's all Western themed, and it's populated by hyper-realistic android robots. And we'll kind of leave it at that. But the Westworld destination is owned by a company called Delos Incorporated. And so that's who you're playing as in Terraforming Mars here. So in the lore of Westworld, Delos is a giant multinational conglomerate that does many things, of which Westworld is a large part, but not the only thing. So I suppose they could go on to terraform Mars. I don't see any reason why not. But they're a giant Earth-based corporation, and so this corporation has an Earth tag. The background image is the very iconic Westworld logo with the W with a host. That's the name of the androids. They're called hosts, being assembled sort of in the Vitruvian Man pose. And flavor text says here, at one point or another, we were all new to this world. Which I thought was neat. That could apply to Mars, once there's people there. So this corporation starts with 42 mega credits and 5 hosts on this card. So hosts is a new resource that I introduced. I'm pretty pleased with the way the little logo for it came out. And there is a corporate action for Delos once per generation. You've got 2 options. You can spend any amount of any one standard resource to add an equal amount of hosts to this card. So again, your standard resources are your mega credits, steel, titanium, plants, energy, and heat. It does not include anything else like asteroids or floaters or animals or microbes or science resources or anything like that. Just the standard. So you can take any amount of any one standard resource and spend it. Say you've got, 3 steel that you're not using. You get rid of your 3 steel and you put 3 hosts on this card. Your other option for your corporate action is to spend up to 10 of the hosts here to gain an equal amount of any one standard resource. So if we had put 3 steel on there, one generation, the next generation we could take 3 steel, or we could take the 3 hosts off of the card and take 3 plants. So thematically, the idea was that the hosts, the android human bots, the advanced intelligent robots are, as far as Delos is concerned, expendable resources, and they can be used for a lot of purposes, for a variety of purposes. And so, that's represented here by you got to spend something to make the hosts, but then you can make the hosts into whatever you want. I did put a cap on it though. You can take up to 10 of the hosts off the card at a time to turn into any one standard resource. I had to put some sort of cap on it because I realized, maybe going into the last generation, maybe you've got a bunch of, say, leftover heat. Maybe you've got 20 heat built up and you put it on here and you take it off as 20 plants for that last generation. Or, maybe you just go nuts and you take all your mega credits one generation. And, if it's towards the end of the game, maybe you've got 50 or 60, you throw them on this card, and then the next generation, you take 60 plants. I think that would be game breaking. So I put a limit of 10, which is enough for you to grab 8 to raise the temperature or place greenery and still have some left over. So it's strong, but it's not game breakingly strong. And I think it's a nice way to be able to use some of that. Sometimes you think the game's going to go one way and it goes a different. So, you might have a bunch of titanium production and it's just building up and you're not getting the space tags and you're running out of time. You can take that titanium and turn it into something more useful using this corporation. So I think it's pretty neat. So that is the 9th and final corporation in the Bravo pack made by me. You can find, again, the Bravo pack, the Alpha pack, and other stuff for this game and for other games at tablefor1.games under free content. And if you're still here, I would be appreciative if you would subscribe and leave a like. That would be super cool. And leave some comments and let me know what you think. I would really, really like to know what you think about this corporation. And then if you're interested, I am now going to set up a solo game of Terraforming Mars. And I'm going to play with Delos, so you can check that out as well. It's that's going to be released the same time as this video, so you can check that out right now. Other than that, that's the end of this series. So I gotta find some other stuff to play. But thanks for checking it out, and thanks for watching Table for One. I will see you next time.